It was raining hard. Maya ran through the empty streets, her heart beating like a drum in her chest. She was soaked, cold, and shaking, but she didn't care. Nothing mattered except finding her daughter, Lily. Lily had gone missing the night before. She had been sleeping in her bed, wrapped in her pink blanket, holding her teddy bear. Maya kissed her goodnight and turned off the light. But when morning came, the bed was empty. The window was open, and on the floor lay the teddy bear ripped in half. The police came, they asked questions. They searched the house, but Maya couldn't breathe. Something didn't feel right. It wasn't just a kidnapping, it felt personal. That evening a letter came, no name, no address, just one sentence written in red ink. You took everything from me, now I'll take what matters to you. Maya froze, her hands trembled as she held the paper. Her mind raced back, 15 years ago. The fire, she was just 16 then. The house had gone up in flames in the middle of the night. Smoke, screams, heat. She remembered running out with her mother, coughing and crying. But her little brother, Sam, had still been inside. They never found his body. Everyone said he died. The fire had been too strong, too fast. Maya cried every birthday, every Christmas, every time she saw a little boy with brown hair like his. Her heart never healed. But now, as she stood in her kitchen holding the letter, something whispered inside her. What if Sam didn't die? That night she got a message on her phone, a video. Her heart almost stopped. Lily was tied to a chair in a dark room. A tall man in a black mask stood behind her. He didn't speak, but his eyes. Maya dropped the phone, because behind that mask were Sam's eyes. Maya couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, could barely think. She sat on the floor, staring at the paused video. Her daughter's soft crying echoed in her ears, but all she could see were his eyes, the same warm brown eyes that used to beg her to read one more story, the eyes that sparkled every time he wanted hide and seek. Sam, she whispered, tears falling fast. Is it really you? She opened the old box in her closet, the one she hadn't touched in years. It held the only photo that survived the fire. Her and Sam at the park. He was grinning, ice cream on his chin. She remembered that day. He had tripped and skinned his knee, but still smiled because she made him laugh. Her hands shook as she placed the photo beside the phone. Same eyes, same shape, same sadness. Maya took a deep breath and stood up. I'm coming, Lily, she whispered. And if that's my brother, I'll bring him back too. She drove for hours, following the signal from the video. A friend from her old job in tech helped her track the location. Deep in the woods, no towns nearby, just silence. The trees were thick and dark. The path was muddy, but Maya didn't stop. Finally, she reached an old wooden cabin. The windows were broken. Vines crawled up the sides. The door creaked as she pushed it open. Lily, she whispered. Silence. She stepped inside. The floorboards groaned beneath her feet. A single candle flickered on the table, and then footsteps. Maya spun around. He was standing in the shadows. The black mask still covered his face, but his hands trembled, and in his right hand he held Lily's teddy bear. Why did you take her? Maya asked, her voice low, heart-pounding. He didn't answer. Who are you? She whispered, though part of her already knew. Slowly, the man reached up and pulled off his mask. Maya gasped. It was Sam, but not the little boy she remembered. His face was older now, harder, covered in scars. His eyes were filled with tears. You left me, he said, voice cracking. You let me burn. Maya took a step back, her breath caught in her throat. No, Sam, we didn't know. We thought you were gone. She whispered, her voice shaking. You let me die, he said again. Louder this time, you and Mom. You ran, you left me screaming in that house. Tears rolled down Maya's cheeks. She wanted to run to him, hug him, hold him, but the look in his eyes froze her. Sam, I was 16, I was just a kid. I tried to go back. The fire, it was everywhere. I thought you, her voice broke. I was alive, he said bitterly. Someone pulled me out, a stranger. He took care of me, but he didn't want me to find you. He told me you all chose to leave me. Maya shook her head, crying harder now. That's not true, Sam, we looked for you. The firemen said no one could survive. We had a funeral. We never stopped loving you, never. Sam's hand tightened on the teddy bear, his jaw clenched. She didn't deserve to be taken. He said softly, eyes flicking toward the small hallway behind him. But I needed you to see, to feel the loss I felt. Maya stepped forward. Where is Lily? He looked down, ashamed. She's safe. I couldn't hurt her. She looks like you did when you used to read me bedtime stories. Maya's voice trembled. Please, Sam, let me see her. He didn't move for a long time. Then slowly, he turned and walked toward the hallway. Maya followed him down the narrow passage. At the end was a small room, and there, on a mattress with a blanket, was Lily. Her hands were tied, but she looked unharmed. "Mama," Lily cried when she saw her. Maya ran to her and pulled her into her arms, sobbing. "I've got you, baby, I'm here." Behind her, Sam stood in silence, watching them. Lily looked up at him and whispered, "Who is he, Mama?" Maya turned slowly and said the words she never thought she'd say again. He's my brother, your Uncle Sam." Lily blinked, confused. "And Sam?" He fell to his knees and started to cry. Maya held Lily close, feeling her little heart beat fast against her chest. She gently wiped away her tears and kissed her forehead. "You're safe now," she whispered. Then she looked at Sam. He sat on the floor like a lost boy, head in his hands, shaking. He didn't look like the man who had kidnapped a child. He looked like a broken soul, like someone who had spent too many years in the dark. Maya stood up, still holding Lily's hand, and walked slowly toward him. "Sam," she said softly, "why didn't you come home?" He looked up, his face pale. "I thought home didn't exist anymore. The man who saved me. He told me you had a new life without me, that you were glad I was gone. He made me believe I was forgotten." Maya's heart ached. "He lied to you. We cried for you every day. Mom never stopped hoping you were alive. She put your favorite toy on her nightstand. She never moved it." Sam's eyes filled with tears again. She's gone, isn't she?" Maya nodded. "Cancer 3 years ago." Sam covered his face with his hands. "I should have been there." Silence filled the room, heavy and full of all the years they had lost. Then Lily, in her small, gentle voice, asked, "Uncle Sam, are you a bad guy?" Sam looked at her, eyes wide. Maya held her breath. He opened his mouth, but no sound came out. Then finally he whispered, "I don't know." Maya stepped closer. "You did a terrible thing. Sam, you scared my daughter, you hurt me. But I see that little boy I loved in your eyes. I still believe you can come back." He looked up at her, his lips trembling. "I don't know how." "Then let me show you," Maya said. "But first let Lily go. Let us leave this cabin. Come with us, face what happened. Face what you did, and let's find a way to heal." Sam stared at her for a long moment. Then he slowly nodded. Sam reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, rusty key. His hand trembled as he held it out to Maya. "For the lock on her hands," he whispered. Maya took it, her fingers brushing his for the first time in 15 years. A strange warmth ran through her, pain. Love, fear, and hope, all tangled together. She gently unlocked the rope around Lily's wrists. "You're free, sweetheart," she whispered. Lily clung to her. "Can we go home now?" Maya nodded. "Yes, baby, we're going home." But as she turned to Sam, he didn't move. I can't go with you," he said, voice low. "Not yet." Maya froze. "Why not?" Sam's eyes filled with guilt. "There's more. The man who saved me, the one who lied to me, he's still out there. He's watching. He knows I took Lily. He wanted me to do it. He planned this." Maya's blood turned cold. "What do you mean he planned it?" Sam looked at the window. "He's been following you for months. Said if I didn't do it, he'd hurt you. Said he'd burn your house down like he did ours." Maya felt her knees weaken. "What?" Sam's voice cracked. "He started the fire. Maya, the one from 15 years ago. I didn't remember at first, but now I do." Maya stared at him, frozen. "He locked me in the basement that night. Said our family had to pay for what Dad did. Then he lit the fire. I don't know how I survived. I just remember waking up in his truck. Coughing, burned but alive." Tears streamed down Maya's face. "Why would he do that? What did Dad ever do?" Sam looked down. "I think he was someone Dad once arrested. Someone dangerous. He wanted revenge." Maya held Lily tighter. "Where is he now?" she whispered. Sam looked into the trees. "He's close, I feel it." Suddenly, the candle in the corner flickered out, and from the woods outside came the sound of footsteps. Maya froze. The footsteps were slow, heavy, steady. Lily clutched her tighter. "Mommy, who's out there?" Sam stood up quickly, his body tense. "He found us," he whispered. "He always does." Maya's heart raced. "Is there another way out?" Sam nodded toward the back of the cabin. "A trapdoor leads under the floor. It was my only way in and out before." Maya didn't hesitate. She scooped Lily into her arms and followed Sam to the far corner of the room. He knelt down, pulled aside an old rug, and lifted a wooden hatch. A dark hole stared back at them. "In there?" Maya asked. Sam nodded. "It's tight, but it leads to the woods." Banged. The front door shook under a hard hit. "He's coming," Lily cried. Maya slid down into the trapdoor first, holding Lily. Sam followed, pulling the hatch shut just as the door to the cabin creaked open. Darkness swallowed them. Maya held her breath. Lily buried her face in her chest. They could hear footsteps above, slow, dragging, deliberate. Then a voice, low, cold, echoing through the floorboards. "Samuel," the man called, "you broke our deal." Sam closed his eyes, whispering to himself, "Please don't find us." You were supposed to stay hidden. The voice said again. You were supposed to hurt her, not warn her. Silence, then a chuckle, soft and chilling. But it's all right, I know where you're going. The footsteps moved away, then the sound of a match striking, and the crackle of flames. Maya's eyes widened in the darkness. He's setting it on fire again. Sam grabbed her hand. We have to move now. He led them crawling through the narrow passage, the smell of smoke growing stronger. The air grew thick hot. Lily coughed. I can't breathe, Mommy, she cried. We're almost out, Maya said, voice shaking. They crawled until a faint glimmer of moonlight appeared above. A wooden grate. Sam pushed it open, and fresh air poured in. One by one, they climbed out into the forest behind the cabin. Behind them, orange flames began licking the sky. Maya looked at the burning cabin, then back at Sam. This man, he's not going to stop, is he? Sam shook his head. No, not until we stop him. Maya looked down at Lily, whose face was pale, streaked with soot and fear. She gently brushed her hair back. You're safe, she whispered. We're together, that's what matters. Sam turned toward the woods. We can't stay here. He knows this place. He probably has traps nearby. Maya nodded. Then where do we go? Sam hesitated. There's one place. An old bunker in the hills. He took me there once, years ago. It's hidden cold, full of shadows. But it has something he never meant for me to find. What is it? Maya asked. Evidence, Sam said quietly. Photos. Names, things he kept to remember what he did. It's how he controls people, holds their secrets, their pasts. If we can get there before he does, maybe we can end this. Maya's heart pounded. Then let's move. They walked fast through the forest. Branches scratched their arms, and the night howled with the wind. Every crack of a twig made Maya jump. Sam led the way with a small flashlight, barely enough to see more than a few steps ahead. Lily was quiet, curled in Maya's arms. She was brave, but her small fingers gripped Maya's shirt, like she was afraid the world might disappear again. After nearly an hour of climbing through thorny brush and over rocks slick with rain, they reached a large hill covered in moss. Sam knelt beside a flat boulder and began digging with his bare hands. It's here, he said, voice low. I remember this stone, the shape. He made me swear never to return. Underneath, hidden by mud and dead leaves, was a rusted metal hatch. Sam pulled it open with a loud creak. A cold breath of air escaped from the darkness below. Maya shivered. Are you sure about this? Sam looked at her, his eyes no longer wild but full of purpose. If I don't face what he did to me, I'll never stop running, neither will you. They climbed down into the bunker, one by one. It smelled like old earth, metal, and something bitter Maya couldn't name. They reached the bottom, where a flickering light bulb swung from the ceiling. Boxes, shelves, walls lined with files, maps, drawings, photos. Maya picked up a paper. Her blood ran cold. It was a photo of her, taken weeks ago through her kitchen window, and next to it a photo of Lily, sleeping in her bed. Sam stared at the wall. He's been planning this for a long time. Then Maya saw something else. A name, written in red marker, underlined again and again. It was her father's name. Sam stepped closer, his face pale. I think this wasn't just about revenge. Maya, I think our father did something terrible. And this man, he wasn't just after us. He looked at her. He was after the truth. Maya's knees weakened as she stared at the wall. Her father's name wasn't just written, it was everywhere. On letters, old newspaper clippings, police reports, and photos of people, some with red XS over their faces. What is this? She whispered. Sam picked up one of the articles, his hands shaking. The headline read, Local officer cleared after raid ends in fire, 3 dead. Underneath, a photo of a much younger version of their dad, standing in front of the burned-down house. Our house, Sam said, his voice tight. Maya felt her breath catch. This was about Dad all along. Sam nodded slowly. He must have been part of something. Bigger, something dark, this man. The one who took me, he was part of it too. But he wasn't the villain in the beginning. He was a victim. Maya looked at the wall again, at the faces of strangers who had vanished or died under mysterious circumstances. One name stood out. Daniel Mercer. Sam grabbed Maya's hand. We have to go now. He scooped up Lily, who was crying but brave, holding tightly to her teddy bear. The red light blinked faster. Beep, 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 beep. They ran through the bunker, Sam leading the way, heart pounding louder than the alarm. The walls seemed to close in, the air thicker with every second. Up the ladder, out the hatch, into the cold, dark woods. Then, boom, the ground shook beneath their feet. A fiery roar burst through the trees, lighting up the sky in red and orange. Birds scattered, leaves flew. The bunker was gone. Maya fell to her knees, clutching Lily. Sam stood still, staring at the fire. "It's over," Maya said softly. "He's gone." Sam said nothing, just breathed. In and out, for the first time in 15 years, free. 1 month later, the sun was shining. Lily played in the backyard, giggling, drawing flowers with chalk. Sam sat on the porch, watching her with quiet eyes. He had turned himself in to the police the day after the explosion. Told them everything about the kidnapping, the fire, the lies, the truth. They listened, and they saw the truth in his eyes. He was sentenced to community service, therapy, and regular check-ins. But most of all, he was given a second chance. He chose to stay close, not to run, not to hide. Maya brought him tea and sat beside him. "You're doing good," she said. "I'm trying," he whispered. She smiled. "You're more than the pain they gave you. You're my brother, and you're Lily's uncle." Lily ran over and hugged him tight. "I drew you," she said, handing him a picture. Stick figures holding hands, a house, a sun, a heart. Sam looked at it, tears in his eyes. He smiled for the first time in years. "I love it," he said. "I love you." And for the first time since the fire, they were home. Not perfect, not whole, but together. And alive.